let's go.
Hello. Oh, hey. What's
OBS
up, everybody?
hates us.
OBS hates us today.
Mm-hmm. Oh, isn't it bullshit?
So we're back
Yeah.
Y'all.
with another tantalizing episode of the program.
Yeah. Welcome to episode number 4.
This
The
is
Producer Lounge.
Producer Lounge Podcast coming at you live from Denver, Colorado. We got 3 technical geniuses in the building. We're going to guide you
Goddamn
through
right.
some... Yeah, dude. Going to show you some music production funness. It'll be a good time.
Yep.
We actually got a new camera today also, so we're
Fucking
testing that
around
out.
with a little new cam.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's a loner.
Oh, what's up, Full Metal? Welcome to the parts. Hey, my dude. How you doing today, homie? Gross math. Always got to drop the gross math tag.
It's just a reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a couple of homies trying to leak all the juicy production secrets
Oh, yes.
right into your ears.
Yeah, we're just spoon feeding you little bits at a time, you know.
Yeah, because we love you. We want you to be as good as we are.
I want you.
And better.
Yeah.
We want you to start teaching us some shit.
Stay down there. No.
We are still the kingpins.
I didn't get a laugh, so I had to cover my ass.
Right. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode
Yep.
4. We have a couple things we were thinking about talking about today. At the end of the program, we're going to have Dave here go over this delay plugin that is free with Ableton 11.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
Gonna talk a
actually-
little bit about Ableton 11.
It's a delay pitch. The pitch shifting delay.
It's
Shifter delay pitch.
It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want a juicy tool and what it's all about, wait till the end. Hang in there, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I
going
got
down.
you. I got you, baby.
So yeah,
Yeah, Full Metal. Thanks for the big ups, my dude. Yeah, I'm super hyped on it.
Yep. Our very own Aznadel
shout out.
just released a
Oh,
new
yeah.
track called
Active Creation.
Act of Creation.
Yeah. Released on Lysergia Art Collective today. Fucking super
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Homemade graphic.
Oh, yeah.
By me, but like 10% me, mostly as an adult.
There he is.
I did the rough draft. Caleb made it look really good for me.
I just blendered it.
Yep. Yeah, and it looks saucy.
Yeah,
Does look nice.
it's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, today's a good day. Fucking got a release in. It's fucking Star Wars Day.
It is. May the 4th be with you.
Yep, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's podcast day. We
I
got a
would've thought
fucking
I
triple
would've saw
banger.
something about that on social media.
I know,
I
right?
did
There's
not.
been like
You
nothing.
would thunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May
it's
the
been
4th
weird.
be with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
May the 5th be with you too.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. It's Cinco de Mayo, which is dope.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Get drunk. Get
Eat
crunk.
eat some tacos.
It's riveting right now, right?
What? Being drunk?
This podcast
It
Oh,
is
yeah.
riveting.
so far.
I mean,
Yeah.
so far we're just taking it cool. We're just, it's episode 4. We don't want to rush into anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want to.
This is the second homie pod
It is.
right here.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're making sure
These are my faves.
our
Mhm.
listeners
They're good.
get to know us, because this is a podcast about music production, but it's also a podcast about fellowship
And rings.
and
Communion.
family
Mm.
and compressors.
One and the same.
Communion.
Compression of your family with a pillow while they're trying to sleep.
Oh, Jesus, Caleb. 0 to 100.
Hip compression.
Knee surgeries and systemic racism. That's what this podcast is about.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into it today, guys.
Like I said, it's a tantalizing episode of the program.
Yeah. So what have you guys been, anything you've been messing around with other than that fun little delay plugin? Any new plugins or little bits, little creative sparks?
Well, I feel like I had something earlier this week that I wanted to talk about, and now I cannot recall it.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
So
It'll come
Dave
back.
wants to go first.
yeah, I will go first. One thing we've been noticing, Caleb and I have been doing a lot of mixing recently.
mm-hmm.
And by that I mean not this kind of mixing, ricker, but mix.
Not that kind of mixing. Although
we haven't done a lot of that recently.
There will be mixing soon.
Yeah, but we've been prepping for a show and trying to get a lot of tunes made and doing a lot of mixing and trying to get our mixes really sounding nice. And I've been noticing with the high end, I end up getting a lot of high end in the later portion of the processing on the tracks. So I've been worrying a lot less about the high end being real nice and like crispy early on in my song making. And then bringing it up more in like the groups and the master out of because doing a lot of saturating on groups and compressing and that sort of thing, it really brings out that high end and even like shelf up high end and stuff on the later part of the mix. Yeah, and it's been magical because you don't have to worry so much about getting trying to get, because that's always a struggle. I'm trying to make it nice and crispy, and then when it gets done it sounds like crunchy up top. It's like thin and like it's brittle.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like peanut brittle.
That's a type of brittle.
It is a type of brittle.
Yeah, and when you that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah. You don't want that.
No.
And you'll get that.
No. Yeah.
Doing too much high end
You
boosting.
can't you can't get
on
too
the
aggressive
channel.
with the high end early on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been
It's a revelation.
on this note as I responded to you while we were talking about this. I try and with high end material, i.e. hi-hats, or for lack of a better example, strings. If you have like a really legato note up high the whole time, you know, like the classic the disco or the hip hop move, depending on how you describe it.
Darude.
Sandstorm.
By Darude.
Wow.
It's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with those kinds of elements, I will refrain from doing too much on them individually. Like maybe some EQ to like cut out the lows, maybe a little bit of glue compressing, not in the literal sense glue, but using the glue compressor to kind of just like tame the highs or clip them a small amount. But most of the shaping for 2K and above is done either on the group they're in or in like the pre-master. That's usually where I will like boost the high end or specifically like compress it or like do any kind of like treatment to the top end.
Which when
basically.
you say pre-master, it's like before the master, but basically it's just vocals that go to the actual master.
Correct.
So you're making your full mix
Yeah.
into the pre-master,
Yes.
getting all that out of it, and then adding the vocal on top of it
Correct.
in a second.
Into the
Master.
second master. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's a beautiful trick.
Dude,
by the
yeah,
way.
it's such a cool
It
concept.
works
it's the
so
best.
good.
It's the best.
Mhm.
Which
It works so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't know that, you can have the vocals lay really well on top of the mix. When you have the mix in this quote-unquote pre-master, and then have that go to a second master where it meets with the vocals. And it's just,
Yeah, you can really like
bon
just
appetit.
just smash down on your entire instrumental, drums and music and basses and all that stuff, and then you just lay that vocal right on top of it. Sits there nicely. It's not getting all that master processing, which will help it kind of feel a little bit more natural. Yeah.
It does help it feel a lot more natural, I will be honest. I feel like you don't need it as wet too.
Yeah.
Because depending on what you want the vocal to do. But if you want it like fairly dry and sticking out, like you don't have to do much. You just kind of give it like some room, some delay, just squeeze it in there, and then just compress it twice, put it on top.
Yeah, a little satchy satch.
Well, yeah, that's implied.
Unless you're using a sample. You don't necessarily.
Yeah.
You still do.
Unless you're 100 gex and then saturate it, obviously.
And even nowadays, we were talking about, what did you call it, Caleb?
Hyperpop?
Hyperpop,
yeah. That's why I said 100 gex, dude.
Oh,
100
okay.
gex.
He's one of the Hyperpop homies.
He's like one of the big ones.
That's cool. Yeah, but apparently there's some little trend going around where everybody's just blowing out their vocals and distorting the fuck out of them. Which is pretty fun. I know, right?
That's me clapping for those of you who don't see the video and are just on the treadmill right now.
On the treadmill listening to this.
When this episode comes out in 8 weeks. Because it takes forever for Anchor to do anything.
True.
But that's okay, folks. That's okay. At least if you're here live, it's live. So come check us out on twitch.tv/always400official. The link is also at always400.com.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. I've had.
Wow. OBS hates us right now.
Sweet bumper.
Dude, OBS is just like
struggling.
No. Not gonna work.
Yeah. That high-end mixing revelation has been really good.
It has helped.
It's been really, really helpful.
It also keeps you from having to think about it too much because you can kind of just like work on the song. And then once you get to the mix stage, you can basically do a couple of things and boost your highs. And you're like, oh, sweet.
Or you just get your loop done and you're like,
yeah, that too.
I will just mix the loop first.
Yeah, which is super fun.
Yeah.
Although dangerous because you can get caught with loop paralysis.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of beginner producers kind of don't even think about high end. You know, it's kind of just like they're so focused on just songwriting, which is good and important. But like when you get to that point where you're like, oh, I can like really brighten it and like add clarity to the high end, you're really just taking everything up a notch.
Interesting. Yeah, just focusing on songwriting.
Or at least that's kind of how it was for like me.
Yeah,
you know?
me too, to a certain extent.
Yeah, to an extent.
You know, I didn't even know mixing. I didn't even know the concept of it.
Yeah, right.
I just thought you wrote a song.
And it just sounded awesome.
Yeah, you just figured it out. You just wrote a bad song. That's why it doesn't sound good.
It's actually a pretty good way to think about it. But
not when you're naive and...
Yeah, not when you're naive, indeed.
Right. You're not learning anything new. Like, you can do that for a little bit and then have somebody be like, hey, by the way, your high end sounds like shit. And then you're like, oh. And then you focus on that for a number of years. And then you mold
I
them
guess
together.
I was struggling with the idea of the beginner being that person because, man, there's a lot of stages of beginner.
That's true.
Oh, my God, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The songwriting part I had already kind of figured out before I started trying to make shit. I mean, I didn't figure it out, but I had a pretty good idea of what I was doing from like bands and all that sort of thing before.
I had zero clue.
So I could write a pretty decent song right away, but like they sounded like garbage. So then I just was so fucking trying to figure out, man, how do I make it sound good? And it just wouldn't. It would not sound good.
Yeah, that explains why you guys are you're so damn good at mixing at the moment, because like right off the bat you're just putting emphasis.
Yep, and we grinded trying to learn it, and
yeah, right. Everyone's like,
Not a
just
bad
do a
hot
bunch
take.
of sub because we can't even hear the top anyway.
Not a bad take. Thanks dubstep, or thanks rhythm.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not really dubstep, because the dubstep I grew up on was dark.
you know though when you're in a club with a really, really nicely crafted tune,
Ooh yeah, baby.
they will sing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they
will sound
they could be the
really
loudest
good.
thing ever, and you can still turn to the person next to you and tell them how good the high end sounds.
You're
And
just
they're
like, oh yeah, this is really sick,
yeah,
right?
like, oh, it sounds really
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Fucking really, really good.
yeah. You don't have to yell or anything.
And it's just blasting out of function ones in your face.
Oh, I love that. That's
It's
the
amazing.
best.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. Shows.
You
We're
make
almost
your
back,
music
folks.
so you could turn it up
Mm-hmm.
real loud, and it's still just as nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was weird. I didn't think about that when I was producing. Like I was just concentrating on like the journey of the song. It's like it has to like, you have to be drawn into the song immediately. You have to be like thrown into this universe with this thing and go through psytrance and dubstep and all the above genres in 8 minutes and experience a wide spectrum of emotions through that amount of time. And to me, that was a good song, a good track, which is fine. But also, like, if I want to live in my mom's basement for the rest of my life, you know? That's
It's a great
why,
song for that.
That's why rhythm dudes grow up and get into deep dubstep. Hashtag deep dubstep, dude.
Right.
That's sub low, you know what I'm saying?
The idea of rhythm dudes growing up.
Nah. No, they're just the crew from I almost said Aladdin. Peter Pan.
Oh yeah, yeah, right.
Throwing their food at each other.
Neverland.
And by that I mean classic Hook, folks. Come on.
All right. Well, what has been a struggle for you guys this week? Musically, production wise, anything?
Getting time to produce?
Mm.
No, I'm kidding.
That's fair.
I think even outside of like technicalities, a lot for me has just been like confidence in the stuff I'm making,
Yeah.
or just being like satisfied with it. Because like it's easy to like have fun and just make a track, but you know you get to a certain point and you're like, okay, well I wish I could actually make like some good music. Like I feel like I've been doing this forever, you know, and I've just been in like a weird headspace where it's just like everything I do, even if it sounds like solid, I'm just like, nope, that's nothing, you know, kind of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're just down here right now.
Exactly, right?
It'll go.
It's always how it goes, right?
Yeah.
It is crazy how much. It'll be a day shift for me sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the day shift is like almost inevitable, but there will be the stretches as well that are a grind where you're just like, I'm just gonna sit down here, see if I can do something,
Right.
and then you get done and you're like, well, that sucked.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah. I had a rough night of it the other night. Was grinding on trying to make something. Felt like shit about it. Woke up the next day, tried it out the next day, and I was like, actually, this sounds pretty sick.
Nice. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's always a super weird thing that
That's
happens
the
too.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard Rogan today talking about Zen and the it's like Zen and the art of bow hunting or some shit. I don't know. Archery, I think.
Rogan.
Yeah, of course. But apparently that book is like a common book used just for like a lot of different people, like thinking about their craft. And they were saying, yes, Zen is like one of the main things. Like, don't worry so much about what the end goal is. Sit there, and just do the thing.
I remember
do the process.
The reference, because what they were talking about was the Muse. And back in the day, artists and writers talked about the muse would come to them and they would be inspired to write or whatever. That's what a muse is.
Okay.
It's like the inspiration of creativity.
The muse, it's a spirit.
I do remember working like that back when I first started. I'd be like, oh, I have the juice right now. Like, hell yeah. Like, I'm just going to use it and just lean into it.
It's channeling through me.
Right.
Oh, let's go.
And even on the bad days, just coming in and be like, well, I'm here. So if you want to show up, then cool. We'll get some shit done. If not, whatever. I'm here.
I'm going to fuck with this.
But I haven't really thought of it like that in a long time. But I think it is like a fine way to think about your art.
Yeah.
It's just like, if you show up, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, if you know how to make a specific kind of beat, even if you're not feeling it, you can kind of make that beat.
Yeah, it's true.
You know the things you need. So you just sit there and fuck with things and just try and get the beat made. And then maybe the next day, that thing, you can lay it out. You know? Which is exactly what happened to me until I got stumped on the drop. And I'm still trying to figure that part out.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
You know that's good when that happens. When you get like everything else and it's sick and you're like,
Yeah,
gotta
how
be
do I
really
make
good.
this really good?
yeah, it's got to be really good.
Yeah.
It's hard though when you're just sitting there and you're like trying to think about it. You're not really like making anything happen.
No, yeah,
You're like, where should it go?
You're consciously like,
yeah, sure.
What is the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I sat there and fucked with it for a while. I probably spent an hour or two trying to make the drop. Just get something going that I felt like was nice.
Nice.
And I just didn't get anywhere. But that's like the time where I'm like, okay, whatever. Just either go work on something else or play video games or whatever.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Just move on for the moment.
Right. Don't sit on it.
Yeah. I've been playing with this fun idea of like just trying to like have little sessions where you're just freeballing like 5 or 6 different drop ideas and you just like keep making different versions and stuff like that. And I found that's been like super inducive for creativity for me. Yeah. I've like never done that before. I always like do it where it's just like I just have the intro, the verse, and then the drop, and I just tweak those and like listen a million times through, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, of course.
But like
classic.
right. But it's like so much more fun. It feels like jamming at that point, like because you're just throwing ideas and it doesn't matter, and it's like it's so much more fun.
You know when you finish the first loop that you're gonna make another one. So you're already like, okay, now let's try a different thing. And then you take all that stuff and you bring it over and you rearrange it and try and make it sound different and interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is such a good way to go. That at a micro and macro level.
Oh,
like,
right.
Yeah, any little sound that you're working on, if you want to make 8 versions of that, do it. Like,
yeah, fuck
it's
it.
great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. It's honestly how it's done.
I know, right? Yeah.
Right.
You make a lot of versions of the same thing, and then you just pepper all of those versions around your tune. And it all just meshes together nicely. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a cool sound. You stretch it out, and it becomes like a interesting like breakdown tone that you can put a bunch of reverb on, and then you chop a little section of it. All of a sudden, it's a nice little choppy guy.
Right.
Or whatever.
I don't remember exactly who said it, but someone was saying when you're making music and stuff like that, like the more little pieces you can create, they're kind of like puzzle pieces. So like the more puzzle pieces you have, like the bigger puzzle you can make or the clearer picture you can make with your puzzle, you know? So you just throw fucking ideas at the wall, have fun, sesh it out, and then, go back and like fine tune it and tweak it and all that.
Yeah. It's the palette.
Palette,
You build up your palette. You got all your little assets that you can
all your
spread
mats
around. All your what?
All your mats.
Mats.
Yeah.
Sure.
Materials.
Oh, materials.
Okay,
Nice.
I was literally thinking like yoga mats. I was like, okay.
I assume that's because I said assets.
Correct.
Triggered your
It triggered my nerd.
Visual.
Yes, it triggered
Visual brain.
Yes. My RPG brain.
Oh, there you go.
You need mats.
Oh,
you
nerd
need mats
brain.
to craft things, dude.
Right.
Mm.
Gotcha.
That's how you craft things with mats.
Of course.
How do you think this house was built?
Dude,
Mats.
mats, dude.
Mats.
Straight mats,
Yeah.
yo.
I mean, shout out to anybody who supports me in chat. Big mats.
Support Caleb and his mats.
We're going to do some very real room treatment talk here in a couple weeks.
Mm.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah.
Been doing a little bit of research in that area, and by that I mean a friend of ours has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You just told us all the good parts about it.
We did a little bit. We've
Yeah.
done a little bit ourselves as well.
Yeah, we've
know a
been
lot.
doing it for the past like couple years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We know plenty. We're just going to another level at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We've got to find a new place to live currently, and
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna have to do
Well,
all
you guys
new
do.
rooms. Yeah.
I'm-
You got.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
across
I know.
the goddamn country.
Kicking it
Yeah.
in
No, I
Greendale.
know that.
Yeah, Greendale. That's right. How do you remember that?
I don't know. It's just every time. That's where my brain goes for it.
Greendale.
Caleb's in Greendale.
Greendale, Colorado. Yeah, which is only really like 10 city blocks from these guys, but they have to move.
Yeah. So we got to build out new studios whenever we do, and as is tradition, those motherfuckers get better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They get more cool.
Yeah.
This is tradition now?
Oh,
This
This
is
is
tradition.
tradition now? Yeah.
This is tradition.
Color tradition.
Natural diffusion.
Natural
Natural
diffusion
diffusion.
now?
Oh yeah, we got fusion on the mind.
Yeah, we got
Mhm.
lots of things. Maybe we'll do like some studio tours for our Patreon.
Top tier, of course.
That's your Patreon. That's $400 a month.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what else? What's been grinding the gears?
What's been grinding the
Um,
gears?
Trying to think for myself.
I've been
What?
trying to make more interesting lead sounds lately, or trying
Okay.
to give them life.
Mm-hmm.
And just playing with all the typical things, like attack release, vibrato, tremolo, all the fun stuff.
Mhm.
And what I've been doing is taking singers that I really like and trying to like copy their melody with a synth. And
Oh.
yeah, dude, it's super cool. Like, and it's crazy how much expression comes from a voice. Because a really good singer, they're like really slow attack sometimes, long release, and then like on certain notes they'll vibrato harder kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like all that kind of like weird little pitch like up into the second note kind of thing.
Oh man, so dynamic.
So
Yeah.
goddamn
Oh, yeah.
dynamic. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
There's all the little pitch things. There's like multiple different little weird things pitching, like nodes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When
yeah.
you're looking
individually
at
that
it-
are kind of just like
Yeah, like they're
Yeah, it's super, super weird. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get really good at just like giving life to my lead sounds, because like I realize that all my shit is so basic. It's like just kind of hitting the notes. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
do a little glide up here and there kind of thing.
maybe you're using like something that already has quite a bit of movement
Probably yeah.
built in, like
Yeah.
a
Wave tables moving
Rhodes
around.
or a piano or something like that already kind of is gonna.
Yeah, that's why they're so great.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why we love them so much. Guitar.
Mhm. Guitar, yeah.
Yeah, not that you're
Kazoo.
like doing a lot of any of those things,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, a preset or something or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so then that was making me think, well, what if I take
That's
this concept
interesting.
and put it into like a bass sound, Like all my womps, how can I make those like actually try and speak or like say a phrase kind of thing,
Mhm.
Formant filters.
Kind of, yeah, that's definitely part of it if you're trying to get like the valley sound. But yeah, that concept
yeah.
exactly, yeah. Just trying to make it speak, trying to give it life kind of thing,
Right.
Mm-hmm. And it's been fun. It's cool. It's like so much automation
that is it.
constantly, but
Yeah, what are you doing to try and achieve that? You're doing some automation things on
Mhm.
what?
So a big one is like the attack I've just been playing with. So
Okay.
some of them they come up a little bit softer, and maybe the filter follows the attack, so it comes up a little bit slower on that one. and on the next 3 notes maybe it's a little bit pluckier, so kind of like it's a little more intense in your face, and like maybe some of them have a longer and shorter release kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Just trying
Things
to
like that. Doing some pitch, probably some pitch like automation going on.
definitely some pitch automation here and there, yeah. Playing with like the vibrato depth. So sometimes it gets like really pitchy and then you get like little subtle ones. Yeah. A lot of the time I'm thinking about like how someone who plays the violin super emotionally will kind of do all the things, you know? So it's
Totally.
like trying to do like violin leads with the synth. And yeah, it's cool.
It does make sense. And at the end of notes, giving it a little bit more of an expression to finish off.
Yeah.
Similar to like when you're, or similar to when you're watching a guitar player, you know, play a solo. You know, they'll tweak the note.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
go.
Right, like right at the end. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
play and then kind of squeeze it a little bit.
Yeah,
and
do
then
the
let go.
like the little pitch
Yeah,
down
just
kind
bendy
of
boy.
thing.
Yeah, just like little tiny
The
little things
vibrato.
to give it the emotion, you know, kind of. I mean, it kind of helps it like give it the static energy and then slowly move into the next note kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What is the new Ableton plugin that has vibrato on it?
Oh, there's a new one. Cool.
No, it's one of the existing plugins, but they changed it and added vibrato.
Is it the AutoPan? They added vibrato now?
Is it Chorus Ensemble? Yes, it is Chorus Ensemble.
Chorus
It's
Ensemble.
got classic
It's-
ensemble and vibrato.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
Nice.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fun.
I was watching a video on Ableton 11,
Which is basically
and I
auto
think
pan.
Slink. I was watching a Slink video, and he was bringing it up
Nice.
because Slink's all about that vibrato
Yeah, he
Mhm.
is all about that.
because he wants to use that pitch wheel or
Yep.
that mod wheel,
The mod
on
wheel,
his
yeah.
keyboard while he's doing his solos.
He's got it.
Dude, the coolest
Gotta
of
have it.
guys.
Gotta have it. He's so fucking
The
Australian too.
coolest of cool guys.
Cool guys. Oh, that
This
should be one of
episode.
our samples in here. Shit.
Yeah. Cool guys.
Needs some kind of solo to go with it.
Yeah.
Make
Mhm.
fucking like 5 versions with
Right.
different solos after them.
But yeah, just trying to give things life has been on my mind. And like movement and everything. Like we talked about it a little bit with like percussion and other things, and I almost feel like sometimes I'm going too hard, like just changing it for the sake of changing it, you know, and then there's not enough glue to everything. So it's like a weird balance that I got to learn to find in like the next year or whatever amount of time, but it's fun. It's fun to just everything is constantly expanding and like evolving. It's like it's a weird vibe.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard because so much to do
So
Every
yeah,
song.
dude.
every time.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Dude, yeah.
Every single time.
Every time.
And it is rough when especially when you're like learning just how do I get this thing to all mesh together? What is like the trick to that?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's really like it's fumbling around in the dark.
Dude,
most
for
part.
real. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just trying things. And we all have to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we can help you all that we can, and we'll do our best.
We will.
You know, we'll answer questions.
Yep.
Mhm.
If you got them, we'd love to.
You can send them over to always 400.
Or just put them in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Send them to always 400. How did they do that? Go on the Discord. Talk to us.
There we go. Yeah.
also
Email
reach
us.
out.
Or that.
Official at gmail.com. That's also an option. But if you go to our website, which is always400.com, it's right here.
Yeah, there it is.
Booyah.
If you go over there to the website and you go to the contact page, there's a link for a Discord. And you can come hang out.
That's right.
Oh,
What up, Spaceman?
Spaceman is in the
Dan?
house.
Dan, 420?
hello, beautiful sir.
Sheesh. This guy is way too much sauce
Oh,
for us.
God.
Yeah.
My God. Let's go.
Dan, you got any, like, things you've been struggling with in your music making quests?
Yeah. What have you been
You got
struggling
any
with, Dan?
thing to get us to talk about something?
Yeah. I was like, Caleb, you're gone.
Well,
He talks about something in the meantime.
right.
I don't know how much producing Dan has been doing.
I don't know much.
Lately, a lot more. He sent
Oh,
me a
good.
track he was working on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's getting a
Let's
cool
go.
little
Let's go,
style
Dan.
going. Let's go, Dan.
Let's go.
Let's go, Dan.
Spaceman.
Well, I was hoping I'd remember what I wanted to talk about by now,
Mm-hmm.
but you'd be surprised.
But you don't. I watched a video the other day. I shared it with Caleb, I think. Or maybe I just told you the idea. But it was in reference to mixing, and the guy was saying, he was like, either in a master class, whatever. It's not important. Here's the idea. When you're to the mixing stage, you got all your stems out. This was like a person mixing like some rock track. So like bear that in mind. But it makes a difference. You got all your tracks out, and what you do is you go through every single thing. Once you've kind of got everything level-wise good, volume, gain.
Levels?
Yeah, levels. Then you go through and one by one, you throw an EQ on each channel, one at a time, and and there's probably a good thing to do first or last or whatever. There's probably a good order of this to do it, but generally speaking, grab something that you're interested in making sounding better, put an EQ on it, and focus between, I think it was like 500 or 400 or something like that, and 6,000 hertz. And just do some boosts. Just boost around until you hear it sounding a little bit better. And maybe you have to turn the volume down slightly if you boost something. And then you just do the whole song like that. But don't do more than that at all. Just go through and do little boosts. I have not actually tried to do that exactly, but I have been paying a lot more attention to my mid-range stuff, like that area of things. And it's really helpful. Just giving, just paying attention what is in this sound that I'm working with here, that in that frequency spectrum that is going to make it show up more or do the thing that I want it to do in the mix within that range, just by taking it out or bringing it in.
Yeah, I could definitely see that being a good move, like later, like towards your final mixdown kind of phase.
You got like a pretty good song already.
Yeah,
going.
yeah. Because I could see you getting lost in like some weird loop where you add a bunch of little boost on all your percussion and stuff, and then you like fuck with the volume, and then shit just sounds weird, and then you're in some weird cycle of like tweaking everything over again and again, like kind of thing. But yeah, that's a cool idea. I've never done something like that.
Sheesh.
AMG dub.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't really done it, but I've just been paying attention to that frequency range. And it's really like, it's what gives your song the like rigidity almost. That's like the area that you're really getting like the translates to whatever speaker you want it to translate to. That's where you're going to get any random speaker that's shit or good to sound good is in those areas. And you obviously have to balance it with the lows and highs, but worry about those a little bit less maybe. Pay attention to that mid-range way more.
Yeah, the magic's in the mid, dude.
Yeah, and then and then when you kind of bring it all together at the end, just nice and solid. It just takes it.
Yeah,
It's got
the
a
mid,
lot
the mid
hitting.
can take it. Yeah, and I feel like you do that and slam it into your final limiter. It like levels out. And for me, since I've been focusing more on my mid, my bottom end hasn't been getting out of control to the point where it's fucking with the highs nearly as much.
Right.
Nice.
Like it helps keep the bottom end in check, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how. It might just be like a psycho thing with my brain. Like I'm thinking about it different because of the way it sounds or whatever. But it's working, so who cares?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. All this comes with just time and cycles of thinking about things too.
Oh yeah.
It's super hard to like give any one person like a thing that they should pay attention to, you know? Cuz
Mm-hmm.
unless you like have like an somewhat intimate like relationship where you can just be like, yes, like you're fucking. That's what I'm talking
Right,
about.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like you're hearing their tracks a lot and you're hearing where they're at.
Mhm.
You could kind of have an easier time helping them, giving them a specific place to focus.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
But man, I remember trying to figure out how things sound good, and I didn't know a question to ask.
right.
I know, right? Yeah, you don't even.
I would
know
just
how to
be like,
ask
how do
it.
I get it to sound clean?
Yeah.
Right. Tight,
Yeah. Tight. Like,
Yeah.
bouncy.
Yeah, honestly, I'm so happy to be past like the first 3-4 year mark, because like that is the most fucking chaotic
It
phase.
is a grind.
Jesus, yeah, it's just this mountain of information that you need to learn, and you don't know where to start. You don't know what questions to ask. Ugh, yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely a grind. That's the right way to put it.
right.
But you gotta get through it.
All the good things
I
are.
feel like that's where most people quit, is like at the end of that second
Oh,
year, beginning of
totally.
the third year, when you're like,
totally.
wait, I still don't know what I'm doing. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
you'd never figure it out.
Mhm.
That's how it works. You never get to figure it out. You always
Mhm.
think you are, but you don't.
Yeah. You will never figure this out.
Because it's art. It's not a science. It's art. You just catch up with everybody at some point, and then you realize that they're all just looking around too, like, oh.
I know, right? It's like that same realization of when you like turn 15 or 16 and you realize all the adults don't know what the fuck they're talking
Yeah.
about either.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
the same thing
The
in music.
best feeling ever.
Yeah.
Or most terrifying. Depends on what kind of person you are.
Yeah, all right. If you're not ready for
I
it.
suppose, yeah. I don't know. I thought it was great. I laughed thoroughly. Well, do you want to come up here and do some delay things? We're at 45
Sure.
seconds.
Sure.
Just getting started on this one.
Just getting started, folks.
Time is flying
Welcome to the
by.
program.
I know, right?
Let me, I'm going to go get some water.
Okay.
Cool. Something Dave said just a second ago, I don't remember exactly, but it made me think of something we were talking about like last week, where it's like you can learn one concept, one cool little trick, and you're like, oh my god, this is the coolest fucking thing I've seen, and you start doing it, for months on everything, and then maybe you realize like the way you were doing it before wasn't necessarily worse, it was just a different way to do the thing.
Right.
If that makes any sense, yeah. So it's like you can like, it's just like this constant like figure eight of just like you can do things this way or you can do it this way, and it's like it's just good to get all those under your little like bag of tricks kind
Right,
of thing.
exactly. You got to like experiment forever until you figure out what doesn't work and what does work.
Mhm.
Depending on if you're watching YouTube videos or not.
Mhm.
Like, or going to school. Like, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Because I feel like if you go to school, then people are just like, you need to do it this way, and then you learn it that way, but then after you're done with school, you break those rules, and then you learn it the right way anyways.
Yeah, exactly,
So
right.
it's like, doesn't really matter.
It doesn't.
I prefer YouTube University. It's a little bit cheaper.
Ooh, a lot.
A little bit cheaper. All right, Dave's gonna come over here on the old guy.
Always 400.
All right, everybody. This is gonna be a fun little time. So if you don't know, Ableton 11 came out a few months back. I'm sure all the people know about that. But there's a new little delay plugin that Dave is gonna be showing us some trickery with, and there's a lot of fun new knobs and control you get over it.
If I can see the screen.
I know, right?
Oh man, these headphones are so nice. Oh, my voice sounds so silky smooth in these headphones.
Ooh, you could be a talk show radio host. Welcome to the Smooth Hour with David T.
All right, what do we do here? Okay. in order to start here, we just need a sound. So let's pull up a synthesizer.
Oh, what's up, Travi? Welcome to the party.
Ew.
Pull up a synthesizer. Let's grab some random preset for fun. Techno sounds great.
Techno. Oh. Using the old, whatever this plugin's called.
Why doesn't my keyboard want to work?
Maybe it's because I broke it.
There we go.
Hello.
It's a fun sound.
Right.
That's a fun sound.
Sounds like a Party B sound.
Give me that bottom
Part of
octave.
B.
There it is.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Little
let's use
squish in
that.
it.
Let's go.
All right. So we got ourselves a sound.
Ooh, little raid party. Let's go.
We're gonna freeze and flatten this beesh.
Acid.
Molly.
Acid.
Oh.
Let's do another stretcher on it. It's like so low.
Han style.
Yeah.
Solo Han. Okay. So, and then I wanted to put some random thing to give it more of a plucky thing. Let's use Gatekeeper. Maybe. Let's find out. I'm trying to bring it over to another screen. Search through some presets till we find something that
Wow, look at
gives
that
us a
one.
fun.
Yeah, dude. Gatekeepers are great if you're making trance.
Hmm.
It's just a crazy gate.
That's fun.
I think maybe this needs to be not that low. Maybe that's my issue here. I kind of liked it with this beats mode doing weird things with the
Yeah.
stretch.
Yeah.
This is not satisfying for me.
Okay.
It's not getting the job done.
Not getting the job done, ladies and gentlemen.
So we'll crush
Camel
it.
crush.
I'm literally just going to. I'm just trying to make something that we can then use and show off. One of these new plugins comes with Ableton. A little more beef on it now.
A little more beef for the reef.
I
Breaking
still
out.
just want something with
A plucky
rhythm.
attitude.
Ooh, that was a nice little. This is how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to do this then. Let's grab a break.
Ooh, I like this one.
All right. Actually,
I hate it.
let's make this 128 because we make house music.
There's no
baby.
breaking
Hey,
the
why
beat.
won't you let me? Oh, yeah, it's
Breaking the rules. You can't do it.
locked. I remember now.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get it in time. It's a fun test of my skills. There it is. It's right around there.
Yep, pretty close.
78 maybe. It's always annoying when it won't let you change. Oh, the number pad.
Sorry.
If I push the numbers, we will
Bad
see
things
different
happen.
things. Yes. I think it was 78. 78.
Octane Simpson.
All right, doesn't really matter that much anyway.
It's a fun little vibe we got going.
Okay, so gate. Where's the gate now?
Break
They got
Dave.
everything rearranged into folders in the
They
audio
can't-
effects plugins.
Oh,
they,
wow.
they can't really see it because our camera's right in front of it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, there's no good way to fix that. Okay, so I got a gate on here. We're gonna sidechain it to the break. That's better.
There you
That's
go.
more like I was trying to look for. Something. Just something. Gonna compress it a little bit. Whenever I'm like diving in trying to make a sound for a thing I'm working on, I spend a whole bunch of random time doing goofy stuff like this. Just really trying to like pull whatever the basic sound that I'm using all the way out of itself, so it's not just the easy thing that anyone could just do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of nice to know that, like, okay, I've put far more effort than most people will into this.
Yeah.
So it'll make it at least maybe stand out a little bit.
You got to make it your own.
All right, and we will record this.
Nice.
All right, we got ourselves a little sound to work with now.
Let's go.
All right. Here's a fun sound. So now we'll just focus on a little area at a time. I'll loop this. We'll Control L action for you.
Ooh.
All right. I don't know really where to find this except for going to packs, and I have downloaded it through here. It's right here. Oh yeah, maybe it would show up in Max for Live. Pitch.
Pitch
There it
80
is. Yeah. So it's just in Max now.
Pitchloop 89.
Pitchloop 89 is the name of this thing. So basically what we're dealing with here, we have a delay plugin. If I turn our feedback here, we have our left and right channels, I think.
Do you mind turning it down just a skosh?
Yes.
Thanks.
So we got our left and our right. We got our feedback here at the end, and all of these things can be affected separately, or they will get affected together. I think that this little arrow guy probably just
That's
means
the link.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're linking them. So anything you do to the top will affect the bottom, but then the bottom will operate separately. So you could do little fine tunings on the one right channel, and then if you do the top one, it'll bring them back together. It's pretty nice. Then we have pitch. It's probably a good thing to show. This is like what this thing's bread and butter is doing, like pitchy kind of stuff. So I turn our wet 100%. That's the sound we're getting.
Well, let's
we
go.
can turn it up. Oh yeah, this little squishy guy. for
You made
ya.
it squishy, Dave.
Oh, who knew?
It's a squishy.
So yeah, you can change the bandwidth here on the left side And it changes the speed by like twice as much, I think, and it'll do the pitch differently as well. So if I do this, it's so slow.
It sounds like it's at the bottom of my
slow
of the
I know,
headphones.
right?
Like
Yeah,
down
same.
here at the bottom.
Try and pitch it up to.
This plugin's so cool. So weird.
I know, right?
Yeah, it sounds super weird. Now we go back down, and it speeds up, or up, speeds up. The higher the bandwidth, the faster it goes. And then there's this loop button on the left side that will loop a little section. So you can click it at the right moment and you get fun things,
Oh, that's cool.
right? And then so it's like basically like grain based. No, I'm not even playing now. It's just making
It's just going.
loops.
Oh, it is a grain-based pitch
Yeah,
shifter. Okay.
It's grain based. So
Interesting.
yeah, so if we get a nice little loop, let's do it a higher one. Bring it down.
It almost seems like an advanced grain delay kind of thing then. If it's a grain-based pitch shifting delay.
Right. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah,
just
it's
a
wild.
Different
Yeah.
user interface.
Yeah. Oh, that's exciting.
So you can change the pitch while it's in the loop mode. There's this position knob, which it's taking from, like, I'm assuming like a sample base that it's drawing this loop from, because it's taking a big snapshot and then giving you all these options of spots. And what you can do, you can turn up randomness on where those are. So
Oh,
if we
cool.
got another sound that's fun.
It's almost like granular now.
What does the sound like right now? That's all. It's too high pitch.
Ooh,
It's a good sound.
that is a really good sound.
So we grab our loop. So yeah, you can turn the randomness up, or you can find like find a little area that you like.
Mm.
That's all binaural as shit.
Right.
There is an LFO right here that you can pick your waveform for the LFO. You got your rate and depth, and this will affect the position.
That makes sense.
This was so fun to use. Like,
Yeah, because
I mean, especially for house music. Like,
right, you can
oh
just
my god.
You can make like a floor. Yeah, you can just make a really simple floor really quick. It's basically a pad. It's just a nice nondescript pad that you can use instead of using a basic ass like polysynth or whatever, you know.
My first thought with the sorry to interrupt, go ahead.
No,
Okay.
you're good.
That little random knob made me think on like impacts and like breakdowns. You could have it start all like normal, and then you turn
And
the
it
random up so
slowly
it's
just
Oh, totally.
yeah, it just flutters like all over the place. That's fucking super cool.
This is nice too. It just moves it around all crazy in the stereo field, which is, I mean,
yeah,
give me
obvi.
more.
Right? Yeah, and
know?
something
Say
I
less.
noticed, I don't know if there was a knob on it or something, but like it's not hitting just left right. It's hitting like everywhere in between also, which is fucking sick, I think.
Right.
Unless I'm just hearing that weird.
Well, it's definitely like it's so residual. You got more beers?
Quack. This last one.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I already had two.
I already had two. No, it's fine. I think it's because it's got such long,
Quack,
grainy.
quack, quack, quack.
such long, grainy delays that it's like before it ends, another one appears, and your brain constantly is something to focus on, so it feels filled. You know?
It's like almost feedback looping, but it's still evolving or something.
Yeah, of some sort.
I like this little spot right here.
Dave over here just making some duck sounds.
Dude, I'm so excited to play with this.
I know, right?
Isn't this amazing?
I'm also
I like that one.
intrigued by the way you made this sound in the first place.
I know, right? Yeah, I've never seen anyone do it like that.
Huh. It's a good idea.
Little drum gate trick. Let's try a different sound in here.
It just allows you to get randomness without having to try really hard. It's like super fast. It's like just do it on that, and then it'll just randomly open at random times, and you don't get a choice.
Totally. Yeah.
Because the less choice I have, the better.
Yeah. Put yourself in a box creatively.
Yeah, all I get is the final say. That's all I get.
Yeah.
I like all.
I know there's
sounds.
like a yell in here somewhere.
Oh.
What? Was that one of you guys?
This is the Hoball sample pack.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I need that still.
Yeah,
Dude,
we should put
same.
that on the.
In the special
Where's
folder.
the gain now? Oh, here it is.
Yep. I was gonna say it's right there. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's definitely you, Caleb.
Yeah.
We were,
Goofy.
we were balling, guys.
Yeah, it was a
It
good
was a hard
night.
knock test.
All right.
Oh, now I
let's
miss Poon.
Do
Aw. Poon, if you're
repitch,
watching.
obviously. Poon's not watching.
No, but I might clip this and send it to him.
Yeah.
There you go. It's probably too much pitching down. Let's do like. Oh, this is gonna be so good. All right, let's throw it through the pitch loop.
Oh God.
Do you mind turning it down again?
All right, let's pitch it down.
Jesus Cristo is correct, sir. By the way, happy Cinco de Mayo. May the 4th be with you. Oh. This will be so good for the breakdowns.
Yeah.
Just-
Oh my God, right? Yeah.
And for like the build-ups, because you can loop it, and then you can do all the things, and then build it back up into the drop.
Wow. Yeah.
Without having to do anything. Like, you wouldn't have to flatten it down. You just throw this on,
Yep.
and get all your parameters macroed, and just know what everything does, and just work it.
Dude, yeah, that would be insane. Let's go, Dave. Put a house beat on it.
Techno, baby.
Let's go. Dude, this... Oh, my God.
Isn't it sick?
Yeah, it looks
It's gonna
like
be
so
a
much
secret
fun.
weapon. We should end the podcast so I can go play with it. Kidding, folks. Kidding. Whoa. I love the graininess of it, too. It's
Right?
just right.
So wait, do you guys know, are all delays grain? No, wait, that would
No.
make sense. Are pitch shifters grain based?
No, there's... You can pitch shift with formants or grains or whatever vocoder uses to pitch. I don't know what it uses to pitch.
Oh yeah, it has a formant thing on it.
But yeah, that's true. But in general,
on a drum beat,
vocoders
right?
have like their own style of pitch shifting.
That's cool.
Then there's frequency shifting, which is like another form of pitch shifting, I'm assuming.
Exponential versus
Yeah,
linear.
some of those might be like the same. I don't know. Maybe they're all technically grain. I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe some are sample based. Like it just each sample it pitches up or shortens.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's what the grain delay does.
right. Oh, let's go.
God, I need to learn how to make breaks like that.
This is the amen break, or
Oh.
an amen break at least.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we out here. About
Right.
to rap for you. Gotta rap for do.
Because I'm so fucking English.
English.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
Make-
That was rude.
You appropriating.
Travis is probably pretty offended.
I was appropriating their culture.
So is Spaceman.
The culture
And Full Metal.
that we freed ourselves from.
Yeah.
Yeah, get that baby pumping.
Yeah.
The bottom end at the end of the tail is so nice.
I wonder, one thing I don't really know is how I get it to be in line with the tempo.
Oh.
You see anything that looks like it would do that?
I can't read it.
Maybe it's just...
All I see
Oh,
is
okay. Yeah, okay. So if you have this position knob all the way down, it's absolutely the
Milliseconds.
same as the actual thing. It's like almost exactly the
I
same.
see. Yeah.
There's something going on. There's
So it-
something in here that's fucking with it a little bit, but
It might be the vibrato. Try clicking those vibrato buttons. No?
but it's pretty close. So then when you hit the position,
Right, that adds your milliseconds right below the knob. You can see them.
so then you just find it.
What up, Jay Sai?
Jay Sai. We are experimenting with the new Ableton delay on a break beat.
It's called Pitchloop 89.
Pitchloop 89, yeah.
This thing's dope.
It comes with Ableton 11 as a free downloaded pack.
Yeah. Oh, you know Mr. Mountain, huh?
I know Jay. What's up, Jay?
Oh, cool.
Jay's a homie. Yeah. Anyway, this thing is amazing.
Yeah, looks like it.
Wow.
For a bit, I was thinking I would just replace delays with it, but it doesn't quite do what a delay does.
Oh, I
Right,
used to come to the meetup. Oh, that's dope, dude.
Yeah.
Also,
So I
what's,
feel like I probably met you then at some point.
what's different about this one than, say, the actual grain delay is this is based off an actual analog unit from the 80s.
Oh,
Like an
sick.
actual rack unit that basically looked a lot lamer than that, but did all those things.
Nice,
Yeah, it's
okay.
also got this reverse.
Oh, I want to make that one of our samples that I can trigger over here.
We can make that happen.
Yeah, please.
There's like a short
save
button.
that or save this project.
Oh, short button cuts it in half. Backwards is reverse.
Oh, it goes into it? What?
Dude, rhythms done.
Right?
Done. You mix this with InstaHouse. Good. Done. Or InstaHouse. It is spelled Haas. Haus, but it's
Yes.
not Haas. You're just stupid. Whoever did that way.
Fuck you.
I'm not happy with you. You
Yeah.
tricked me. You tricked me for years.
Yeah. This thing is amazing. Yeah, I've been trying to mess around with the spectral resonator a little bit, and where's the other
I've used it
one
a couple
that's
times
sick?
for like
Spectral
sound design.
time is another one.
I-
These two are really cool, but they're taking me a little while to kind of grasp.
They're like a specific sound too.
So this thing, one thing I do know about this thing is if you change it to granular, you get these kind of sounds.
Little
Yep.
droplets.
Also,
which I put like under my
wanders
whole
cool.
recent house beat. It's just
Sounds
little
like a
sounds
keyboard
like this.
sound. That makes me so happy.
Just little sprinkles.
Little sprinkles.
So stupid.
I
Dude.
love it. That's so sick.
This is a great type of sound to use like
Yeah, on the top.
on top of like a bass sound or something, like a little weird little
Right. Or
little
once again, for
just like a
impacts.
snippet of it.
I could see that.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah, just little guys.
If you
God,
if you
that's-
got like a nice clean sound and bass sound. Yeah, this
Yeah.
this thing is weird though.
I like the Wanderer.
Wanderer.
Yeah, there's a couple times I was screwing with him.
That's cool. Now it's a
And he
cyber duck.
Now it is a cyber duck.
Space ducks.
Space ducks.
They're ducks. They're ducks in space.
Mm-hmm.
Running around protecting the duck race.
The duck race.
Let's go.
That sounds fucking sick.
We are space ducks. We have come to cleanse the earth of all impurities.
yes.
You must submit
Submit.
your best quack.
Quack, quack, quack.
If it is not the best,
Best.
you will die.
Die.
Space ducks. Coming to a theater near you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On April 1st, 2022.
I was gonna say that already happened. So yeah, that's Pitchloop 89, or at least as much Dave knows after 3 days.
I love it.
Exactly.
It looks awesome. I'm so jealous. I
It's
need
amazing.
fucking Ableton
Now it's
11.
just happening.
It's amazing. I guess the only other thing is this reverb. That's like one of the big ones for me.
The hybrid.
This hybrid boy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I want to see that.
Still good. Never gets old.
Jump.
Dude, it sounds like a lead to a big room track.
I know, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's this blend knob, which I think is pretty fantastic because you got
Especially
your
'cause it's
algorithmic
smooth.
reverb over here, and so you pick your little guy. Tide.
And it
It must be
sounds-
like a modulation.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Get your reverb sounding all nice, and then grab the convolution, which is this sample we're seeing here. I really like this early reflections.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
This is sick. So you use it that way. We were already using it for like an early reflection sort of reason
Yep.
before anyway, which you can do if you just pull the decay all the way down.
Yep.
If you're on 100%. That's a classic trope that maybe we haven't talked about as much since we actually started releasing these.
Mm-hmm.
But convolution is amazing for getting things to kind of sit somewhere in a mix.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get it there and then blend it in with your actual reverb. And this is nice because you could automate this into like a really... So you could have a shorter guy over here. And then, yeah. Whatever.
Space ducks.
Something.
Right.
There's one convolution preset that I found called Giant Basiliska.
Mm-hmm.
Giant snake.
Yeah,
and
that
it's-
was good.
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Is it in
It's in the
what?
Max for Life.
Yeah. If you just type in Giant Basilisk,
It's in there.
yeah, it'll come up. And then you put it on a kick, instant impact. Cut out
Yeah.
a little bit of the highs
Yeah.
of the kick, and it sounds awesome.
There's also one on there. Mass
Not high at all right now.
House. It's like MASE HOWES or something
It's
like
a preset.
Okay.
Go to type. Wait, I think it is in real place. So go to IR, the bottom drop down on the bottom one.
Mass how?
Yeah, that's the one that I'm talking about. But he's talking about the one to go up more. Go up to the next short
Giant
area.
basilisk.
No. Keep going up.
It's a female snake.
Keep going
apparently.
up. Right.
Giant.
Oh, you're right above it. Yep, there you go.
Okay.
That
Ooh,
one.
yeah.
That one.
It's a long girl.
Yeah, but it
Oh.
sounds like
Oh, this is how you make
Jesus.
drum and bass, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
You just take this sound and you put an amp.
If Tipper made drum and bass.
Yep.
This guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, that one. That's
Yeah,
the
there's
fucking
your
one.
drum and bass, boy.
Yeah, dude, let's go. God, sometimes I wish you could just pause time so you could just go into the studio and work for like 8 hours and no time actually went by.
I know, right?
And
Yeah.
you're just like, sick, I just made a beat. Cool.
Yeah.
Now I
Yeah.
can move on. But instead you have to like be tired and want to go to bed and shit.
Boom.
Fucking sucks.
How do I do
Troubleshooting with Dave.
automation in the clip now?
I can't
Oh.
tell
Edit?
because your face
Nope.
is there. No, I think it's in a normal place.
I have no idea. I'm on
Oh, here it is.
Ableton 5
Clip,
still,
transition, transpose. There it is. I got this on Friday, so
Yeah.
I'm barely used to it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, folks, you found it.
Oh, what the fuck? Sounds so good. Oh, right there.
This is us
Yeah.
throwing pipes on the ground.
That's when the nuke went off after the space ducks invaded.
It's actually pretty sick sounding. Yep,
And then turn that back
it's a
on.
beautiful thing. Oh, it's broken. There it is.
Ooh.
It's pitching down all crazy.
Spooky. And now we're making EEPROM
Oh, this is
because it's
that's
just
really nice.
one sound, reverb, and then just a drum break for a second,
Yeah.
and then another sound.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
saucy.
love you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bravo, everybody. Give a round of applause to Dave. Killing it with his delay knowledge in Ableton
Killing it.
11.
Killing it.
Yeah. So that was
Killing.
everything
Thank
this,
you, Dave.
this
Yeah.
week, everybody.
At Pitchloop 89.
Pitchloop 89.
Always400.com.
Next
Almost
week
400.
is next week the 11th.
Probably
Is that the I Am
7
Mountain
days.
episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it is.
Oh, Mr. Travis coming?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be on a little bit early with Travis.
Oh, is he gonna DJ
Doing
beforehand?
we're going to be DJing with him.
That's the plan.
Let's
That is the
So,
plan.
so the plan is to
go.
DJ with him on his stream, and then we'll swap over to our Twitch, and we'll do the podcast.
That is a great
him.
idea. That sounds
So make sure you
incredible.
tune in next week for that.
It'll be a little teaser too, because we're might test out a few tracks.
Might test out a few
Oh, is
tracks.
that
It's gonna be
so?
getting played out soon.
yeah.
Little party BIDs coming in?
Oh,
You guys aren't gonna wanna miss that.
IDs.
Yeah.
If you unlock the numpad and then hit
Mhm.
number 1. Sick.
Also, everybody, go check out Lysergia Collective. They're a label here in Denver, similar to the vibe we got going on, where we're just a bunch of sick people promoting sick music and
making it happen.
making it happen. They're super cool. So go check out some of their music. Some of the dudes on there fucking destroy, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you.
Bye, everybody.
Like,
Always
subscribe,
400.
all that shit.
Yeah.
Hit the notification button, follow.
Give us your firstborn son.
Love you.